Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Be with the Blues with Gully Cricket. And today we have our man Shash, who has
Yeah.
just landed in Bangalore from Delhi. All right. Okay, so are you in the airport or you just reached home?
Well, I've reached home in time so that the viewers don't get disappointed.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Manas is actually
On a
traveling now.
holiday. Yeah,
Yeah, he's on a holiday and he's probably partying with his friends. So
yeah.
he'll
Yeah,
be joining us for the next show, hopefully. Okay.
yeah,
And here we go. Shash, take New Zealand, right? Last week, this time, they've just defeated England and they were on a high and they're looking forward to a World Cup final.
yeah.
Just a week time, isn't it? I mean, the World Cup is gone. They've lost the first match, and suddenly they're playing for a match where the series is on the line. I mean, the international cricket is a beast, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, the schedule is so packed nowadays, and also because of the COVID, a lot of matches had to be cancelled. So I think India has an extremely busy schedule. Like after this, they go to South Africa just right after the test matches.
Hmm.
So there they have, I think they're going to be there for a few months. And then after that, I think right after that, they have a Sri Lanka coming here playing the T20s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some test matches. Then after that, you have the IPL, and then the South Africa is coming here. So it just goes on and on, you
Yeah,
know.
a lot of
So
cricket, right? I mean, I mean, if you're an
yeah,
Indian cricket fan, I'm sure you have your calendars packed. And
money's
if you're a
worth.
cricket fan, yeah, you have the Ashes and a lot of other things coming up as well. But first,
Yeah,
Shash, the day that was, it started pretty okay for New Zealand, especially
yeah,
Martin Guptill. Okay, I
yeah.
mean, he was criticized a lot for that slow innings in the World Cup final. And I'm
Hmm.
sure he redeemed himself, right? A very fine half century and a quick
Hmm.
one as well, 70 or 48 balls.
Yes, I mean, he's been there for a long time. I remember first seeing him probably in the 2009 series when India had toured New Zealand.
Mhm.
And he's someone, who's been dependable for them, you can say, over the years. Uh, I think he is the second highest T20 scorer as well, behind Virat
Mhm. Mhm.
as well. So, I mean, he definitely has a lot of experience. And you could see that because without Williamson, he had to take that responsibility because there's not much experience otherwise if you look at this Kiwi lineup. And yeah, he did his job pretty well, scored at a strike rate of close to 170.
150. Yeah, 150,
Yeah,
160. Yeah. Mm.
42 balls, I think, or 48 balls. I'm not able to recollect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which gave New Zealand, a fighting chance, you can say, with the total that they managed to get him along with Mark Chapman as well, who got his first T20I 50 for New Zealand. Though it is his second because he's played for Hong Kong before. Yeah,
Okay.
so it was an yeah,
That's nice. Okay, I didn't know Mark Chapman played for Hong Kong.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he's one of those guys like in the Owen Morgan category who had
Mm.
played for an associate nation and now he's playing for a main country now.
Yeah.
So it's a big,
Mm.
fill up for him. So I think after that, Indians pulled back things, like with their bowling, and that's what
Mhm.
restricted New Zealand to a chaseable total.
All right. Okay. So when you say Indians pull back, right? I mean, the start was absolutely great, isn't it? I mean, it's been long since we actually saw Bhuvneshwar Kumar uh, do that in swing and knock one of the stems of the openers. I mean, he used to
Yeah.
do that very regularly. We kind of took that for granted, but for the
Mm,
last 1, 2 years, it's not been happening. So that
mm.
was a great feeling, isn't it? Okay, to get Daryl Mitchell first ball.
Yeah, I mean, like Bhuvi is someone whom we have seen like I mean, he's an experienced customer. I still remember, I think his first ODI wicket was of Mohammad Hafiz, and that ball is still
It was the
there. And
first over, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
booming
Mm.
in swinger, like you see the stump flying out of the ground. So, I mean, he's been a very smart operator over the years. Like with experience, he's become, he makes it up for the lack of pace that he has, like the swing and his variations and control. But I think injuries has played a part, in his career as well, where he's been on and off. And it is not that easy, like, after a layoff that you come and hit the strap straight away. So he has been, you can say, like in the last IPL, he was not at his best.
Yeah.
But it's good to see
Mm.
that, he did manage to get the early wicket, which he's known for, like with the swing. And also, I think his figures were great. Like at the end of the 4 overs, I think going at 6 below 7 in a T20 game is excellent.
Yeah.
So credit to him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was wonderful bowling. It was nice. We got back a lot of memories. And after that, there was a century partnership, as you said, between Mark Chapman and Martin
Guptill.
Guptill. But the guy who pulled things back for India was Ravichandran Ashwin. Okay,
Yeah.
so we all know how great a test bowler he is, right?
Yeah.
And coming back into the white ball side, he just keeps evolving, isn't it? Not a bad performance for Ashwin at all.
Yes, I mean, it's been a while. Like he had to wait like 4 to 5 years to make a white ball comeback. Knowing how feisty he is, what a competitor he is, it must have definitely, taken a lot out of him to, not represent the country for such a long period of time. Uh, I mean, he's always someone who likes to keep improving. He has variations, and it was some clever bowling, you can say. Like it was not easy to get him off the blocks, and those 2 wickets that he got in 1 over put the brakes on New Zealand. Otherwise, they would have well got to a score of 180 plus, and which might have well proved the difference in the end. So that spell from Ashwin was definitely a game changer, and it would only do his confidence a world of good going into the next games.
Yeah, going into the next games and going into the test series as well. Okay,
Yeah.
wherein we are heavily dependent on what Ashwin is going to do. Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, not a big target, 165, but still has to be chased down. And yeah, not a bad start as captain. So full-time captain for Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
And of course, his partner in crime, Surya Kumar Yadav. They kind of just finished off the chase.
Well, I mean, Rohit, some of those shots. I mean, I'm a big fan of his batting, to be honest. Like I just I just want to, I sort of get disappointed when he gets out because he's so easy on the eye. When you watch him
So
bat.
effortless, isn't it?
Exactly. So he's got that effortless elegance, you can say. Uh, and yeah, I mean, especially his pull shots of the front foot, like hitting those sixes of Trent Bolt, like we just wish if at all he managed to get that in the World Cup, it might have been a different story. Yeah, but then I mean, him and Rahul got India off to a good start, like a 50 plus partnership. And then Surya, he had been, you can say, like he had been out of form, you can sort of say, in the IPL leg, and he didn't get enough opportunities in the World Cup as well, because most of the work was done by the top order. And the one match against New Zealand, he had to
He did
sit out
not
because
play.
of a back
Yeah,
spasm. Yeah.
right.
So I mean, he's a fine player, man. I mean, like some of the shots he executes, he knows. The thing with Surya Kumar Yadav is like he can easily put bowlers off, because I remember that one shot of Saudi, I think, where he bowled outside off stump. He hit it between the third man and the point. Like those sort of shots you won't see many people play. He makes good balls go into boundaries. So that is where it becomes extremely difficult for the bowler to bowl. I mean, he's a great asset, and I think if he keeps performing like this, you'll definitely see India doing well.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the fact that you said, right, because like he hits the balls in different areas, unusual
Unusual
areas.
areas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably he's the 360 of
Yeah.
India. And yeah, there's a big news about Mr. 360 today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think probably we should make a video on that. Okay, I mean, he's too big a legend. Okay,
Yeah.
to actually talk one line about it, probably we will actually think about that. Okay, so
Yeah.
there you go. I mean, there was a little scare in the end, okay, with Venkatesh Iyer coming in, hitting a boundary,
Yeah.
getting out, and thankfully Rishabh Pant was there to finish it off, and that was not a very convincing shot either. Okay, but as it stands,
Yeah.
India take the lead 1-0 in the 3-match series, and today, as we talk, Shash, Ranchi is going to be 100% full. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. Okay, we
Okay.
are going to Dhoni land.
Yeah.
And as we are talking, the news is that India has won the toss and elected to field, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of due expected. So
Mm.
does that put India as the favorites to win this one?
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw that even in the previous game, right? In the first innings itself, when Akshar Patel was bowling, he a few balls slipped out of his hand as well. Uh, you know, these are natural factors, which you cannot control. You have to like get along with playing along with it. It's unfortunate that the toss plays a little part in this, but then I mean, in the
As you
end,
say,
it's
huge part. Okay, as Aaron Finch said after the final,
yeah.
okay, the toss actually played a huge part in the entire T20 World Cup.
Hmm.
Okay, one should say, yeah.
I mean, if there's any way, how you can, I mean, technology has advanced so much. Like if they can find something that sort of negates this thing, so that both the teams are on even ground.
Mm.
If hopefully we're hoping that something like that comes in, especially because T20 games are generally played during this time because it's a short
Correct.
format, right?
It doesn't make sense to play in the
Yeah,
during the day as
afternoon in the
well.
heat. Yeah, I mean, you want people,
Not
coming
just
to
for
the
the, yeah, you want
stadium.
people to view and all of that is there.
Yeah,
And Shash, I mean, that's still part of cricket, isn't it? Because I don't think any other sport is dependent on conditions so much,
yeah.
okay, as cricket. Okay, so probably that's still part of the game and we have to live with it.
Yeah, I mean, you see that players do practice with a wet ball as well. Like
Mm.
they do try and get adjusted to that. But I mean, having said that, New Zealand did run India close in the last game as well with the target that they got. So I mean, you just can't say that. And India had to bowl well in the middle in order to get back into the game.
Mm.
Right. So yeah, you'll only say that once the match gets over, that how much of a role it will play. It definitely does come onto the bat, once the dew is there. But yeah, and also Siraj is out of this game because I think he got hit in the last game in the last over. Maybe that might be the reason. And Harshal Patel makes his debut. So I mean, I think hard work is finally paying
I
off.
just read a comment on Cricket Info. Okay, so you know what? All these guys should be thanking Rohit Sharma. Okay,
Hmm.
because now that they're India caps,
Yeah,
okay, so that their IPL billing
price.
also goes up, right? Because I think there's a cap for non-India, I mean, uncapped players and capped players. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a basic minimum that you have to actually give the capped players and stuff. Okay, I mean, yeah, jokes apart,
Well,
he
yeah, but I
deserves it.
think, yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely deserves it, especially the way he bowled in this season of the IPL. He was instrumental in RCB getting to the last four because he picked up like close 30 plus wickets. That's great. And he bowls at different stages of the innings. He's developed those variations, and he's not like a one-dimensional bowler. So that's what makes him like more effective. And, hard work has definitely paid off for him. And I mean, it'll be very interesting to see how he does make use of this opportunity and how he goes today as well.
So there you go, folks. Okay, we're all set for Ranchi. I'm saying the match is going to be starting in another 3 minutes, probably
Yeah.
now. All right. So we are all
So,
excited, which is going to stop the recording and go and watch the match how it turns up. A lot of exciting Indian talent and coming up. And with the next T20 World Cup just 335 days away, that's what they
mhm,
say. Okay,
yeah,
so all these matches are going to be of extra importance. So
yes.
enjoy the cricket force, follow, be with the Blues. Okay,
Yeah.
and for the last match, there
Keep
was no right
predicting.
entry. Yeah, there was no right entry at all. Okay, it was Surya Kumar Yadav. Surprising,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because usually a lot of people predict Surya Kumar Yadav when they play for Mumbai Indians.
Hmm.
Yesterday, there was no prediction. Day before, and this is going to be the link to predict your man of the match for today's match. So keep predicting and keep winning and have fun. More importantly, enjoy the cricket, folks. Cheers.
Cheers.